All right, I'm here with head coach Wade Simoneau from Louisiana Tech Baseball. Season kicks off tomorrow night, Friday night, 6 o'clock against Southeastern. Coach, how's it going?
Going okay, trying to get a little bit warmer after that latest snow we had.
You open the season at home against Southeastern. Just talk about the advantage you have opening at home. I think 10 out of your 12 years here you have opened the season at home. Just talk about that and your opponent in Southeastern.
Well, we're not only opening at home, we got our first 12 at home against some very good opponents. Southeastern is a very capable opponent with two quality pitchers, and they come in this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting tomorrow, and we have a good Tulane club coming in to open Conference USA next weekend. We have a good Minnesota club coming down with a couple midweek games with Little Rock and McNeese in there. So we open up 12 in a row at home before we go to a good Texas A&M team on the road.
A little bit of problems with the weather this week. I know you haven't gotten a lot of time on the field with your team. Just talk about that and what y'all been doing to make up for that time on the field.
Well, we haven't been able to get on the field all week. But we did get some quality inter-squad games in the last couple weekends. This week was kind of a mess. We were in the Lambright Center 2 or 3 days. We've been on the football turf 1 or 2 days. We have the problem is getting our pitchers the throwing off the mound that they need. So we got to keep a watchful eye on our guys going into the weekend. We might use more guys than we normally would use because of the pitch count. Our starters' pitch count should be okay. They should be in the 75, 80 pitch range. But look for us to use, 9 or 10 arms this weekend.
Talk a little bit more about your pitching rotation. I know you got Phil Maton is coming back. He's going to be your Friday night starter. Talk about him as well as Luke Giddens and Richie Navari, who will go on Saturday and Sunday.
Well, Phil's a warrior, and he'll go out there Friday. And we could adjust as soon as next weekend to having him as our Saturday starter. And reason being is when Phil gobbles up a lot of innings, and we could use our bullpen on Friday and use our bullpen on Sunday, giving him a day off. Whereas if Maton is throwing, let's say he's in a groove and he throws a complete game on Friday, anybody we use in the bullpen on Saturday will have no day's rest going into Sunday. So we could make that adjustment as soon as next weekend against Tulane. We got to see and talk to the coaches about it and see how they feel. But, Phil's a warrior out there. Luke Giddens, senior left-hander, has really paid the price and has come on for us. He pitched well in relief last year for us, and he may have had a few spot starts, but he's ready for the challenge. He's pitched well in a few inter-squads that we were able to play. Richie Navari has paid the price also, a senior righty that overcame a surgery a couple years ago, and Richie is back and throwing down in the zone, and 4-pitch guy that's competing every day out there, and his pitch count won't be as high as Maton's and Giddens this week. He'll probably be around 60 pitches, but those are 3 quality young men that's going to give us hopefully 3 good starts this weekend.
And I know you have a lot of new guys in your bullpen, a lot of young guys. Talk about, throwing some guys out there that maybe have never had some college experience pitching.
Well, we have to. We have to throw. We have no choice, but, we got some good young guys out of the pen. Before we get to the young guys, we got Adam Derwan, who's still a young guy. He's a sophomore. He'll be a quality arm for us. Could end up being a starter for us. He had a little setback with his arm, but he's getting back in the swing of things. And you talk about Leighton Galbraith, who could be a closer possibility for us. Those are 2 older guys. Ben Carlisle, senior left-hander, coming back. That could give us some quality innings. And then we go to our freshmen and our new JUCO walk-on type guys that are going to have to fill a lot of innings for us. Some of the freshmen that you're going to see a lot of is Brett Bushnell, 6'7" lefty out of Texas. He might be in relief on Friday and Sunday. Eric Dunbar, a short little righty that can really compete and pitch and field his position well. He's from Tomball High School to state champion in Texas last year. Mark Bowman, another lefty from Texas that is going to get some middle relief possibilities. Braden Bristow from Washita Christian is going to get some middle or closing opportunities. So, those are 4 freshmen for sure right there that are going to be in the mix this very first weekend. So we're looking excited to giving them a chance to get out there and get their feet wet. And, I'm glad we started home where they can have several outings before we go to a place like Texas A&M or Boca Raton and FAU.
Talk a little about your guys in the field. I think you returned 9 guys with starting experience last year, but you also have some new guys, some Taylor Nichols, and different guys like that in the lineup. Just talk about those guys and what you expect.
Well, if defensively on Friday, we'll start with senior Tyler Qualls behind the plate. Jacob Derwin would catch Saturday, and Qualls will come back and catch on Sunday. Ease those guys into it. You don't want to throw Qualls out there 9-9-9 right off the bat, and you want to develop Jacob also, because Jacob could start for us just as easy. Those guys would probably serve as a DH possibility if they're not catching. At first base, got a senior Tyler Irvine that manned the position last year, phenomenal defensively, and really is hitting the ball hard right now. In the middle infield, this first weekend, we're going to rotate 3 guys. We have Thomas Semino at second, Taylor Love at short, and Chandler Hall will get 1 start at second and 1 start at short. So those 3 guys each play 2 games this weekend. Third base, we got Ryan Jones as a senior with Jordan Taylor as his backup over there right now, and Jordan might get some playing time this weekend also. Right field, we got Brashawn Kimball Jr. returning out there. Started just about every game, played just about every pitch last year. Taylor Birch is in center field with Kobe Johnson getting some time, and possibly B.J. Finley getting some time. We want to ease him into the mix because B.J. is going to be a star at this level one day. We have Taylor Nichols in left field, who can serve as left field, third base, catcher, right field, DH, closer. He's a very versatile young man with a tremendous arm, and probably be in our 3-hole. And so he's a welcome addition. In the DH spot, we could have one of our catchers, lefty or righty. We could have a Stephen Gandy, who's been swinging the bat well. Could have a Stephen Blanchard from the left side, who's been swinging the bat well. We got some options there. So, we're looking forward to playing probably about 14, 15 position guys and using about 10 to 11 pitchers this weekend.
All right, and finally, talk about Conference USA baseball. It's going to be a tough league this year. It's a little unusual. You start the second week of the season. You face Tulane. They come here. Just talk about the competition this year and how it's going to be.
Well, it's like you said, a very good baseball conference from top to bottom, and and all the coaches except for us. I mean, I didn't pick anybody else first. We couldn't vote for ourselves, and I'm gonna vote for ourselves every time. But I picked Rice to finish second, which they put him as first. So Rice is always a team to beat in this conference. They've either won the championship or the conference tournament, I think, the last 8 years in a row, ever since they left the WAC. So we'll go to Rice the last weekend of the season. Teams like Southern Miss, good baseball tradition. Tulane, good baseball tradition. Those 3 I named so far have all been to the College World Series. And East Carolina, who's not on our schedule, but we could possibly see them in a tournament, are very good. One of the top pitchers in the country over there at East Carolina. The 2 Florida Atlantic and Florida International, enough said, down in the Miami area, they're very good baseball teams. A UAB that has a guy like Ron Polk from Mississippi State as their volunteer coach. UAB, Coach Shoup over there, I mean, they do a good job there. UTSA, who won the WAC tournament last year. We go to UTSA this year. We got a Middle Tennessee coming in, and tremendous respect for those guys, the job they do. And I'm not sure if I left any of them out, but we got Charlotte and Old Dominion and Marshall that I don't know much about, and we'll find out soon enough because we play 2 of them here and we go to Marshall. It's going to be a competitive league. It really is. We got a competitive non-conference schedule that we have to take care of this weekend, and like you said, we jump right into it with Tulane next week. Because of the number of teams, we already had a contract signed with Texas A&M, and Tulane already had a contract signed, so that was the only weekend we could find without really messing up or canceling on someone. So we will open up Conference USA next weekend.